Hey, and welcome back to another creepy TikTok. If you're enjoying these videos, please make sure that you're commenting, and subscribing. Once we reach 100 subscribers, we're going to be having a giveaway, so make sure that you're in it. All right, enjoy your video.
They say every single holiday that we celebrate is celebrating one of the 7 deadly sins. Every single holiday. Okay. Think about it. The easiest one, Valentine's Day, celebrates the sin of lust.
Okay.
Thanksgiving, that celebrates the sin of gluttony.
Gluttony, yeah, because you're eating.
Because you're eating a lot. You're overeating. You're taking too much more than you need.
Yeah.
Now, Christmas, what do you think that is?
Christmas. Greed?
Greed.
Yeah.
Overconsumption and excess.
Okay.
Right? Wanting more of something.
That makes sense.
We're celebrating gifts. We're celebrating gifts. We're not really even celebrating the birth of Christ because people are so focused on the gifts and shit. St. Patrick's Day. It's sloth because people get blacked out drunk.
Oh, what the fuck?
Now, Easter. This one's interesting.
I don't know.
The holiday of Easter, what sin would it be?
Easter? I don't know.
Check this out. This one gets deep.
Okay.
So, they say it's
Now, true facts from history. The last one is the strangest of all. Number 1. Mary Shelley, the creator of Frankenstein, kept her dead husband Percy Shelley's heart long after he died. Number 2. Between the 16th to the 18th centuries, pineapples cost the modern equivalent of $8,000 and became status symbols. A lucrative trade in pineapple rentals began for people who wanted to appear rich but couldn't afford to buy one. Number 3. The last person convicted under the Witchcraft Act of 1735 was a spiritualist medium named Helen Duncan in 1944. Number 4. In the 1960s, surgeons pioneered a technique where they implant a tooth in a blind person's eye to make them see. It really works. Number 5. After having his wife Mary Emmy executed, King Herod preserved her body in honey and continued having marital relations with her for 7 years.
What's happening with our planet?
Milwaukee cannibal. Between 1978 and 1991, Jeffrey Dahmer, one of the most notorious serial killers in history, killed and dismembered 17 men and boys, often keeping their body parts as trophies. He was caught in 1991 when one of his intended victims escaped and alerted police. Dahmer was eventually convicted of 15 counts of murder and sentenced to life in prison. In 1994, he was beaten to death by a fellow inmate. His crimes continue to fascinate and horrify true crime enthusiasts and serve as a chilling reminder that evil can lurk in unexpected places. So that's how Jeffrey Dahmer became.
We're all actually already dead, but no one knows it. I'm going to tell you this incredible theory. But first, subscribe. When we die, our brain continues to live for 7 minutes and replays all the most beautiful moments of our life, like in a dream. Time passes more slowly in real life, which can explain why these 7 minutes seem like an eternity. The greatest scientists have stated that when we will find the God particle, our existence could end in just 1 day. And in 2012, we found it. Since 2012, the world has changed in a negative way. And if you feel like you're living a dream every day, it would confirm the theory that
Matrix is a fish tank, and you are the fish. Sure, you can explore a little bit. You can go and play in the little house. You can dance around amongst the little plastic plants. You can have a little fish friend. Sometimes they'll give you some food to eat. Life's not too bad in the fish tank. Until you try to escape. If you ever try to surpass the remit of the parameters they have decided for you, you will bump into a glass wall. And the Matrix is constructed with glass walls on all sides. Most people are unaware of this. Most people are perfectly happy to stay inside of the fish tank. They have no idea these glass walls even exist because they're not trying to escape. As a fish, if you do what you're supposed to do, the glass walls will never trouble you. You won't even know they're there. But the second you try to go too far, you try to think too big, you try to be too free, you bump into the glass wall and realize it's not possible.
You're a globe-tard. You're a globe-tard. You think this is flat.
It's not.
It's the real round.
Yes, it's a globe.
Globe-tard.
Listen closely.
Of your life every year. We're supposed to have 13 months of 28 days exactly, plus 1 day that represents the renewal. I mean, girls' periods are every 28 days, the ocean tides are every 28 days, the moon's cycle is every 28 days. Why do you think it's called a month? Because the original name was derived from the moon cycle, which was called a moonth, every 28 days. And I'm sure you've heard of the idea that we live on the back of some cosmic turtle floating in outer space. And that's because turtles actually keep a calendar of this on their back. Most turtles have 13 sections in the middle with 28 days around the rim. The Native Americans figured it out and used the turtle as a calendar. The Bible even says in Job 12, 7 through 10, that all creation knows that God made them. But why has the world distorted God's perfect calendar? And where did the 13th month go? Well, what does sept mean? September? Sept is 7. October? Oct is 8. November? Novum? Nov is 9. December? Decem? December means 10. But I thought December was the 12th month. Well, let's think about the first month. What does April mean? April is where we get the word aprilis, or aprio in Latin, which means to appear or to open. Yeah, April is the first month, means to open. May is actually named after a demon or a god, a Nephilim. June is named after Janus, a god as well. July was renamed after Julius Caesar. It was originally Quintilis, which means 4, and August was renamed after Augustus Caesar, but it was originally Quintilis, and which means 5. And Julius Caesar was originally the one who renamed the start of the whole calendar to confuse you. And the missing month, the thing y'all are missing, Sextilis. I know, it's weird, but it means 6. September is now 7, October is now 8, November is 9, December is 10. January is named after a god Janus. February is named after the god Februus, and March is named after another god or demon, Mars, the god of war, who ends things. And what's that famous Shakespeare quote? Beware the Ides of March? Oh yeah, here's Shakespeare manipulating our language again. The Ides of March was originally related to a timeline, meaning celebration. Celebration for the new year. So why'd they change it all? So our yearly calendar was supposed to start in April and end in March. And we were supposed to have 13 months of 28 days, which is 13 times 28 is 364, plus the 1 day, which represents renewal to make it 365. That day also represents resurrection. Now, what day did Jesus die? It's actually April 3rd that a lot of historians assume. But what do you want to bet the calendar's been shifted a few days? And it was probably closer to April 1st. Hence the name April Fool's Day. Because you're a fool for believing a calendar that makes absolutely no sense and not recognizing the day that Jesus died for humanity. That's why they call it April Fool's Day. And demons celebrate April Fool's Day because the world has forgotten the day that your Lord died for you. All of this calendar shifting, they did it so that you cannot honor God's feast and holidays. They did it to confuse you. I mean, God specifically says, keep my days. He says, keep the Sabbath. That's part of his commandment. God wants you to honor his holidays. And so that's why the calendar's been shifted. So you can't honor God's holidays, and you don't even know what days they are. And Romans 1:20 basically says, God made creation so that you are without excuse if you deny him. So don't be a fool. Recognize that Jesus died for you. Do the research.